Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Further Beyond Gaming. My name is Cody GT, and in today's video, this time around, I wanted to do a bit of a character breakdown for my girl Xiangling. Now, the reason why I wanted to, go ahead and break down Xiangling this time is because, one, I absolutely adore her. I think she's an absolutely fantastic character, especially a free-to-play character that you can obtain, as well as I think she's a really, really good fire damage dealing option character as well, if you don't have any other ones, which we'll get into in just a second here. Now, of course, like with my other breakdowns, we're going to be going over her skills and what she's bringing to the table to determine if she's a good fit for your team like she is on my team. So I do hope you enjoy the video. I hope you find it a bit informative and slightly entertaining, and let's go ahead and jump straight into it. Now, before talking about her skills, I wanted to talk about something that I feel is extremely important, because this will determine if Xiangling is going to be an option for your team, and that is her elemental type being Pyro, and the type of weapon user she is, and her gameplay style, how she operates. So what do I mean by that? So when it comes to the Pyro damage dealing characters, you have, of course, Xiangling, you have Amber, who is the very first character that you get outside of the main character, and then you have Bennett as well. Those are the characters that you can go ahead and obtain on your account as of right now. But for the other character that I wanted to quickly mention, who may be coming here fairly soon and have their own drop rate banner, that is Klee, and Klee could be the next one. All speculation, nothing confirmed right there, but Klee could be the next Pyro damage dealing character, who apparently is absolutely fantastic. I never played with her, but apparently she is extremely good and a high damage dealing Pyro character for your account. So with that being said, the reason why I bring that up is because if you have D-Luke, then obviously that is going to be your Pyro damage dealing character. That's who you're going to have in that slot for you. So that's first and foremost. But if you're like me and you don't have D-Luke, and you only have Amber, and even if you have Bennett, maybe Bennett might take that slot for you as well as your Pyro damage dealing character. But let's say you don't have either one, Bennett or D-Luke, you only have Amber and then Xiangling, the two free-to-plays. I think Xiangling, just based off of your gameplay style as well, is the option to go with, just because I think she offers much more, and I think she's absolutely fantastic. But once again, this all ties back into your gameplay style. So if you're like me and you're more of like a melee user, then Xiangling is your girl. But if you are more of a range user and you like the bow, then of course Amber. But once again, if you have D-Luke, then D-Luke is going to be probably your main, or Pyro damage dealer. Or Bennett, you may even like Bennett better. So I wanted to just quickly bring that up just because I felt like that was important to go ahead and notate. Because by no means am I saying Xiangling is going to replace D-Luke. And even in a lot of instances, she may not even replace Bennett. It just really depends on your gameplay style and what you have on your account. So keep that in mind. I just wanted to get that out of the way. Now, we could actually go ahead and jump into what Xiangling actually offers for your account and for your team. So if we go ahead and start with her normal attack, she performs up to 5 consecutive spears attacks, which we're going to go ahead and talk about here in just a second as well, because her attack and her gameplay, the way you use her, is going to be extremely important. And I'll go more into detail here in just a moment. Now, her charge attack consumes a certain amount of stamina to lunge forward, dealing damage to enemies along the way. This is really a good charge attack. I don't use it too often, but it is good to reduce the distance, to go ahead and get closer in range with the enemy, so then you can go right into your normal attacks like you would want to. It's just to go ahead and just get in there and start doing some real good attacks. So nothing too beneficial there. And then one thing I did want to quickly mention as well, her I guess you could call it lunge attack, or her slam right there, I just thought is really cool, and I wanted to bring that up. So the way she slams to the ground, and how the spear just sticks there, I think is just really cool. One of the better looking ones. I just wanted to bring that up as well. Now, talking about her strikes, this is something that I wanted to go ahead and bring up because it's important when it comes to Xiangling's gameplay style on how you use her. So she performs the attack, and as you can see at the end, she has a bit of a pause to where she's not doing anything. So what do I mean by that? Right now, you do her attack, she paused. I'm literally spinning the joystick around, and she's not going anywhere because she has this bit of a delay that's going on. right? So right there is that bit of a delay. And that's really not good when you're fighting mobs of enemies or just enemies in general, to where you can't do anything, where you're stuck. That's really not good. So with Xiangling, and I think with most melee characters, if not all of them, you can actually cancel that out right there, and you can continue attacking. And this is going to be the most optimal way to use Xiangling. Now, if you're on the mobile version, it may be difficult to do that. I'm not sure how easy it is to do that, but on PC and PS4 players, it's going to be something easy that you can utilize, to where you essentially cancel that out. You still get the strike in, which I'll show some combat here in just a second, but you don't have that delay. You can cancel that and continue with your attacks and really optimize your Xiangling's melee damage and what she's able to do. I wanted to bring that up as I felt that was important to her gameplay style and how you utilize Xiangling as well. Now, moving on to her first elemental skill is the Guoba attack. This is where she summons Guoba the panda. Guoba continuously breathes fire at the enemy, dealing AoE pyro damage. Now, Guoba is really useful in a lot of different situations, especially on my team comp, where there's a lot of things that are out on the field to distract the enemy or keep the enemy occupied. Having Guoba out there and being able to just continuously deal that fire damage in an AoE really gives you the ability to go ahead and move around and reposition yourself. So you can throw Guoba down, and then you can come behind the enemy. Enemy's going to be confused on where to go, who to attack, what to do, and it gives Xiangling a good option of where to reposition herself to be able to then go ahead and attack. So I like Guoba. The only thing about Guoba is that distance and the pyro damage is just, it's a little limited, but other than that, I think it's still fantastic. And then if we move over to her ultimate, it is the Pyronado. Displaying her majesty over both fire and pole arms, Xiangling sends a Pyronado whirling around her. The Pyronado will move with your character for so long as the ability persists, dealing pyro damage to all enemies in its path. Now, I do have it available. I'm not going to use it right now because I want to show it in combat, but the Pyronado is, once again, like Venti's, man, one of the best ultimates in the game, in my opinion. I think it's absolutely fantastic. It's very beneficial, and the one great thing about Pyronado as well, or one of the great things about it, is you can switch characters and the Pyronado will stay out there, which is absolutely fantastic. That is extremely useful and extremely versatile, and once again, I'll show that in combat. We're just going to jump into here and go ahead and show that off. Now, if we talk about her passive talent 1, the Crossfire increases the flame range of Guoba by 20%, which is nice. I talked about the range. The range is not that great, but having that is a little beneficial. And then the passive talent 2, Beware It's Super Hot. When Guoba attacks and Guoba leaves a chili pepper on the spot where it disappeared, picking up a chili pepper increases attack by 10% for 10 seconds. So you're going to want to make sure to go ahead and do that. Make sure you remember that Guoba leaves that down so you can be able to deal more damage. And then her passive talent 3, Chef de Cuisine, is just a throwaway passive talent, really just specified for cooking, attack boosting, and things of that nature. Nothing to really write home about. Now, if we, didn't mean to do that. Now, one thing I did want to go ahead and quickly note for my Xiangling, I do have, not the attributes, I do have the weapon here, the Skyward Spine. It's a pretty good one for Xiangling in the fact that it increases crit rate by 8% and increases normal attack speed by 12%. So it allows Xiangling to get her attacks off quicker, as well as do a little more crit rate. Additionally, normal and charge attack hits on enemies have a 50% chance to trigger a vacuum blade that deals 40% attack as damage in a small AoE. This effect can occur no more than once every 2 seconds. I think it's a really good one. I happen to get lucky and pull this weapon, but I think it's a really good one for Xiangling for that attack speed, increased crit rate, and for that increased damage as well. So I just wanted to quickly note that so, you guys know that I have that weapon on there. But we're going to go ahead and show off Xiangling here, and I'm going to try and proc as many skills and try and show off as properly as possible. So let's go ahead, let's jump into it, let's see what we got going on here. Alright, so once again, we're just in some ruins. I think this is actually a good place for Xiangling. So when I play Xiangling, the first thing I like to do is I like to go ahead and drop Guoba down. Once again, Guoba just kind of gets him a little confused. I drop that Pyronado down, and as you can see, I'm doing my attacks. Now, as you can see, I do that attack cancel, and I'm just continuing to go ahead and attack and just optimize her gameplay style. So right there, and then I cancel it. If you see, if I just let it go and then I'm stuck here, that right there is a perfect example It gives the enemy the chance to attack me, which is really not optimal. Let me throw Guoba down. Let me go ahead and reposition myself. So there we go. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to get my attacks off, and then I'm going to go ahead and cancel that out and move. And cancel and move. Get out of the way. So let me go ahead and show it again. So you see the attack still goes off, but I'm not stuck. I'm not in the position to be able to get attacked. So that's how I utilize Xiangling. That's how I think you should utilize her as well. Being able to optimize, once again, how good it is on mobile. I didn't cancel it out there. How good it is on mobile, I'm not entirely too sure. It may be a little more difficult. And let me show you how I would go ahead and cycle this off as well. So normally I would do Venti. Venti's probably going to kill him off. Do Venti, drop down Fischl, do that. Go ahead and drop down Chi-Chi's, and then go ahead and Pyronado here. Or you can even Pyronado with Xiangling first if you have it available, and then do Venti's ultimate. And get Venti's ultimate going. I'll go ahead and drop down Guoba and really start doing some good damage. Get out of the way there. Let me go ahead and get the cancel so I don't get stuck. Go ahead and get that off. Get the move. I wonder if I can get her ultimate one more time so I can show how it, I didn't show how it, you know, works with the other characters on the team. Let me see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I might kill this guy beforehand, but at least you can see the attack canceling animation. Hopefully that's showing off. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to get it. Let me see if I can. Yeah, I'm probably going to kill him beforehand. Yeah. Oh, we got more enemies. Never mind. This is awesome. Let me see. I'm going to drop down Guoba now. I thought that was the last guy, to be honest with you. Okay, so let me go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then as you can see, it's with Venti, which is absolutely fantastic. You have Venti's ultimate. You drop that down. You go ahead and drop down her skill. You go ahead and drop down Fischl's ultimate. And we're just doing some really, really good damage here. This is obviously an ice enemy, so this is not good. Let me go ahead and switch back to, let me drop down Guoba there. Let me go ahead and get this off. Cancel that out. All right. There we go. And we can just keep this up. And as you can see, just not really giving the enemy the chance to breathe with that attack canceling, because if you see here, if I don't do it, I'm stuck. And now it gives the enemy the chance to do something. So I just think it's just really, really important. But anyway, guys, that's the gist of Xiangling. I think she's absolutely fantastic. I think she's a really good free-to-play option. And I don't want you to sleep on her. That's probably the most important thing when it comes to the character breakdown. Her gameplay on how to use her normal and basic attacks. As well as, I think people may just kind of sleep on Xiangling because she's free to play, which you get on the Spiral Abyss, I believe is Chamber 3, Floor 3, if I'm not mistaken, once you reach AR rank 20. And she's great. I mean, if you utilize her the right way and you have the right team comp, then she's going to fit on your team perfectly. She synergizes really well with the other characters if you have, once again, the right combination of them like I do. She is really good on my team. That's why I utilize her. Plus, I like her gameplay style over Amber's. I'm not a huge fan. Now, like I mentioned earlier in the video, if you have Diluc or even Bennett, you might, you know, go ahead and replace her with one of those two characters, or even Klee. When Klee comes out, you might replace her with Klee as well. Just depends. It really depends on your gameplay style. For me, Xiangling's gameplay style fits me perfectly. I like the fast-paced attacks. I like moving. I like canceling animations. I like Guoba, and I like her ultimate. So I think her ultimate is fantastic and warrants having her spot on the team, as well as Guoba, because you drop Guoba, I drop down Fischl, and then I take out and I drop this down. And now, once again, like I showed in my last video, there's just a lot of stuff distracting the enemies to allow you to get around them, reposition yourself, attack from behind, things of that nature. So really, really good stuff when it comes to Xiangling. Yeah, I just truly enjoy her. So I hope this video helped. I hope this video was slightly informative, not too confusing. I felt like I might have been a little convoluted today. I'm sorry. And I hope you got something from it. But with that being said, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you so much on the support lately. I did a community post earlier today, just thanking you guys for all the support you've been showing on the videos. They've been absolutely fantastic. So once again, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do, And until next time, my boys, until next time, it's your homie Cody GT, and I'm out. Bye, guys.